try. Yahweh, Lord is my guidance. Yeshua, my light. Though I walk through the valley with death so near, I shall not fear. Chant Baruch, Baruch, Baruch Atah. Sing praise to Yahweh. Never will be enslaved again. 400 years, prophecy will rise again. Cause we fed up of this struggle, unkept promises, oppression by the hands of our brothers and sisters. Lack of love, just like the herb tree. I'm planted in waters that never dry. Yahweh, Lord is my guidance. Yeshua, my light. Though I walk through the valley with death so near, I shall not fear. Chant Baruch, Baruch, Baruch Atah. Sing praise to Yahweh. Blessed are they who abstain from the system, hustle hard and chant down Babylon. Righteous order, Yahshua the leader, Melchizedek, every day Abiyah Yisrael. Just love and show love and give love and spread love. We can change the world today, just like the herb tree. I'm planted in waters that never dry. Yahweh, Lord is my guidance. Yeshua, my light. Though I walk through the valley with death so near, I shall not fear. Chant Baruch, Baruch, Baruch Atah. Sing praise to Yahweh. Keeper of the covenant, seed of Abraham. Messiah set me free from Babylon and misery.
Hello. Okay, all right. Hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome. That's where I get the energy from, okay? I went down by the supermarket, by Fresh Market today, and I bought it. I bought the energy. It is Thursday, the 25th of April. Oh my God, April's practically done. And I am so excited to be back here with you guys. Listen, share the live. Share the live. Share the live. As soon as you come on, share the live. Go ahead and share the live. Let everyone know that you're on the live. I am so excited to be having Abiyah. Let me tell you, the amount of times I have to watch her name, because I'm always tempted to call her by her other name, by her government name. I didn't say government, her government name. But I'm just so excited. Jovian, go. You're disturbing me, Jovian. Jovian is disturbing me. Listen, we are so excited to have Abiyah with us. I've known her by her government name, so I might slip, but I'm happy to have her on. She's gonna be sharing her story, a little bit about herself, a little bit more along the lines of her music. We're not trying to get into all of her lily. This is Run the Track and Talk, right? And we're going to get to know. This is long overdue. Like, Abby has been on my list of people that I want on my show. When you have a wish list, what you want for Christmas, but you don't always get your wish list, because things happen and then your schedules change, life be lifing, all kinds of things be happening, and it just doesn't happen that person. But I always say everything happens when it needs to happen, right in the moment that it's supposed to happen. And I'm so grateful that she's agreed to be on the show, and we're gonna talk all things music. We're gonna talk about her life. We're gonna talk about her name. We're gonna talk about Beth. No, I'm just joking. Wait, this is not a Beth show, okay? But I'm really glad that she's gonna be on with me. This is my final trip for the week because muelas, I went to Fresh Market today and I bought energy. All right. This is my last. This is the first week I've actually done a show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that's in between all of the other things that I do. And I figured I could do this, but it really is exhausting, which is why it's important for y'all to sponsor the show, right? This show is sponsored by Digicel. You need to sponsor the show. You need to sponsor the show. Girlfriend don't have to work as hard during the day. I can come bright-eyed and bushy tail, makeup on fleek, and do the show. right? We can run our mouth and enjoy ourselves. So I just want to big up though my sponsor, Digicel. Better together always. Right? Digicel sponsored all my shows for the next for the how many? Until end of May. Digicel sponsored practically all my shows. And I'm so grateful to them as an ambassador. Plus, the fact that they are the number one telecommunications provider in Dominica. So big up to Digicel. Always better together. I was actually telling somebody I was driving from Jimmet to, well, actually, I was driving from Roseau, going down to Portsmouth, and passing through Jimmet slash into Taro to get, and that little dead end right around Taro area where you used to have a sign that says Suki Ice. Calls always dropping there. My call stayed on strong the entire time. Okay, so make sure if you have not switched, you switch to Digicel now. Switch to Digicel now. They are just about going to be launching an amazing plan, but I don't want to speak with you because sometimes I there's no information. But sometimes when you know something, but you're not sure when to speak the information. So right now I'm like, let's say what the promotion is going to be, because if I say it, what if it's not out? I have to double check. Let me double check first. But y'all can continue to follow me. Once the promotions drop, I will let you guys know. Let's see who's here. Let's do the roll call. Let's see. Samantha is on the live. Big up to Samantha is a newbie. I plucked Samantha's cherry recently, and now she loves the show. She's on. Ria, what's up? Thank you very much for joining. Thank you guys for coming on. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Make sure you share. Tag a friend. Tag 10 friends. Tag your nenen, your power. I mean, we gotta let people know about the amazing talent that we have here in Dominica. Oftentimes when we have like people from outside of Dominica, artists outside of Dominica, we really put them on a pedestal and we tend to neglect our very own. So I want to encourage you guys, if you really say all you love all your country, if all you really say all you love each other, share the live so the word can go out so people can hear Abiyah's story. So we're gonna get her on in just a few seconds. Hi Nisha Charles, Boo Boo darling. Dudu, how are you? Hope you're doing awesome. So we're gonna get her on. I just want to make sure that I myself, I'm talking about sharing live. Let me make sure I share the live, okay? Let me make sure I share the live. Let me get the link and share the live. Because I myself didn't share it. So I'm about to share the live. And while I'm doing that, I want to say thank you very much to the folks who are tuned in on YouTube, those of you on Facebook, those of you on X, following on Twitter, and those of you on LinkedIn. Thank you very much. We're streaming via 4 platforms, and lately I've seen the LinkedIn growing, man. Like seriously growing. Those impressions are elevated, and I want to big up my LinkedIn folks who have been coming on, because LinkedIn is not really the type of platform that you will find shows like mine. I mean, probably more educational stuff would probably have a better traction on LinkedIn. So something like what we did for vaccination or even autism awareness month that we did yesterday. But folks on my LinkedIn page have been enjoying the shows, and I am so grateful to them. I want to say thank you for coming down. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for being online. Thank you, Faith. Faith is on. Endurance is on. That's on the YouTube. So people are logging in on the YouTube. And don't forget, guys, if you've not subscribed or followed, please subscribe and follow my page. All right. Reason being, when you comment, especially on my Facebook page, if you're not following my page, I will not see your comments. I will not see your comments, right? So you need to follow my page so we can ensure that your comments come through, and we can share with the rest of the world exactly what you're saying. So I want to get ready for Abiyah. So she's ready. Let me tell you, we were having a little joke, a little laugh before the show began, because I know every time I've run into Abiyah, face is always like, beat to the gods, right? So this is me, like, because from the time I left my house, like this morning, I was in and out, doing all sorts of things, and I'm like, boy, I can't even come on the show looking razzy because Abby are going to be beat face, and Abby is probably checking, girl, girl. It's one of those days. We've been practicing, and she has a show coming up tomorrow, so she's been working hard and practicing, and I am so happy and so elated to have her. Way overdue. Have her come on the show. Welcome, Abiyah.
Hi, thank you so much. You know me, shalom to everyone tuned in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my God, it's so good to have you. You probably when I have all those artists on the show, I'm saying, why Jael never checked me?
Yes, I was saying that. But
let me tell you, the amount of people that have me on heart, and I'm like, I have a list, and sometimes the thing about I'll tell you what about, and I'm going to explain it to you, and probably the other viewers will understand. So, for the longest while, I did this show because I love to do this show, right? I've been doing my virtual show, since March of 2018. That's when I started doing my virtual show, right? So it's been a couple of years. I'm like an OG in the business. Everybody else came after. As a matter of fact, the platform I use, I don't even pay for it. The company gave it to me free of charge because I'm an OG, right? So doing the show, I've done it during my free time, if there's something coming up, and that is how I did the show from the beginning. It was a labor of love, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just give people a platform that they can. I love interviewing people, give them a platform, and in addition to that, I kind of wanted to remain relevant in Dominican because at that time I was in university, and I didn't want people to, 4 years after I come back and they're like, but where Mamselle wasn't like, come on. So I wanted to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm keeping it real. I wanted to remain relevant, as most people do, because you might see people, artists like musicians. They probably look at Rihanna. Rihanna not putting out albums, but she's giving us poses.
Very relevant.
She's giving us content, right?
That's
so
right.
I wanted to make sure I remain, on the relevant in people's minds. So I decided, to continue doing the show. And as I said, it was a labor of love. But after I finished my degree, I checked in, but Jael, you need to start making money off of the show because you have people following, you have, and when you are able to make revenue or create revenue through something that you love, through your passion, it makes it so much easier for you to do. It makes it so effortless. Like coming on here, when we spoke earlier, I was like I was trying, right? But because I love what I do, energy will come out from wherever it come out, because I'm so excited to present people that I love, people that I follow, people that I know, people's music, people's stories and stuff. And I don't want anybody, if you guys are listening, because people reach out to me, and let me tell you, people reach out to me and they don't even understand that there's a waiting list. There's a list. There is a list. There literally, Samash can tell you, there is a list of people. And it's not that they're waiting. It's more or less we've spoken, and I just need to make sure my schedule's right. I just need to make sure that I am able to give them, things at the right time. And also sometimes I like to coordinate with people based on what they have going on. So, like for example, I had Silk on. That's Silk Asara, right? I had him on, and just leading up to his event, his tour. I had Lily Octave on just leading up to her event, right? So I like to also coordinate because I feel like it's an extra push, an extra boost for artists and stuff. And some people will feel some type of way when I don't respond positively instantly and say, yes, look at this. But I've not been doing this for 2 days. I've been doing this for a long time. And I have a list, and there are people I've spoken to who I have times set up, established. Plus, girlfriend got to take a break every now and again, right?
Exactly.
So now that I've aired my dirty laundry, I am so I am so elated to have you on, Abiyah. I know you were probably wondering, like, what the hell? Like, when is Jael gonna bring me on? Like, what's going on in the hood? Because we go way back. I mean, way back in terms of our backgrounds, in terms of Christianity and that, and then in addition to that, I've interviewed you a few times when I did radio. So and you were then Nicole. so, so it's very nostalgic to have you on. I feel like our stories are slightly very similar in terms of our journeys and our our elevation and all of that good stuff, and I'm happy, so very happy to have you on. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Jael. And I'm happy that we share this journey together because I didn't realize we really know each other for so long. But Jael, I'm always patient. We keep in touch year after year, no matter what. So trust me, Jael, I love what you're doing. I have been following what you're doing. And thank you for the local artists here in Dominica. Thank you, Jael, and blessings. Your cup will overflow. It's going to.
Listen to this. Look at who I have you saved as. You're still not my phone. So that's how long I've had your number, right?
Yes.
Don't just come. Don't just come. I've had your number for quite some time, and I mean, I'm so happy that you are doing your thing, you are doing your music, and we want to get into your story a little bit, kind of let people know, because I know most Dominicans know who you are because you've been heavily involved in not just music, reggae music, but also calypso. You've been on the calypso arena, so we've seen you in two different genres. But even before that, you were doing a lot of more gospel music. But give us a little rundown as to where did you come from? Like, give us a little background in terms of who for her. Who for Abiyah?
Nice. Yeah, so I am born, raised. I was raised in Glasgow. That's about Fonkole. Within quite a huge family. There was a time where there was 13 of us in the home.
Wow.
So besides me, I had like six other siblings in the home besides myself. I'm the last child. So I was the baby, and my dad told me that they were not too sure if they wanted the last baby. But by the time they got to the doctor was like, "But Mr. Christian, Mr. and Mrs. Christian, you already have a baby on the way." So before the doctor could even tell them yes or no, yes, you can have a last baby, I was already there. So I was meant to be here. I was born Nicole Christian, as you know me very well in that name, Nicole Christian. My mom and dad, Adolphus and Sonia Christian. My mom was actually a choir instructor at the primary school that I attended, which is St. Martin Primary School. So from and I had a very musical family. So from the time I entered the world, it was music around me. My mother being a choir instructor. I remember at preschool performing during Independence. 3 years old at preschool, and I'm singing with the rest of the students doing some performance. So
Wow.
performing was very natural to me, as well as my siblings. My brother he eventually learned the keyboard. That's one of my brothers just before me, Gregory. Eventually learned the keyboard. So both of us he would play, I would sing. So go on to primary school. Obviously, I landed in the choir. Obviously. So from 5 years old, I was in the St. Martin School choir. And throughout my lifetime, my mom was my choir instructor as well as others. And we won many awards. We came second place. We were either like the winners or within the top 3 or so in choir. So we were very competitive at St. Martin Primary School. Very proud of my school. And then I moved on into high school where I got more involved in singing. Now, Jael, you know our family love for us to be stable, and stability means having a career that is very a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor.
Lawyer, a doctor, or engineer.
So I'm entering high school, still on the high of singing and being in a choir. So at that time, I got involved in the church as well. So that's where a lot of my gospel music stemmed from my teenage years. And more singing again to the point where I graduated convent high school and I got an award for school spirit. I think it's because I was always singing. I believe
You had some spirits.
that was some kind of spirit, you know. So I got an award for that. Thank you, Mrs. Levy. And of course, by that time, I knew that our idea in society of a career was not necessarily singing, was not necessarily getting money from it. So I fell into business administration at college, Dominica State College, while I was still singing again. And then eventually got into the idea of social work because I wanted to help people. I always had the idea of helping the less fortunate. So I got into university where I moved from business into social work. And
Okay, so let's hold on for a second because I wanna go back a little bit. I wanna stay back a little bit. You've had a very strong Christian upbringing.
that's true.
That is primarily your foundation in terms of where you started. How did that strong Christian upbringing shape your approach to music and even your spiritual journey?
That's a good question. From 11 years old, by that time, my father had become a Christian, and being the leader of the home, he drew us in that. So we used to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning every morning.
I know those days.
Sometimes for 2 weeks straight. So we are praying, and mind you,
I used to pray sleep.
was telling him I used to sleep, you know.
I used to pray sleep. And my mom would say, "You praying?" Yes, I'm praying.
So really from primary school, my mom took us to church, Catholic church. So I had that foundation of the idea of a higher power. From since then, of which I developed a curiosity for what are those things that they are not telling us that actually exist. So I'm in high school. I moved. My brother and I we moved to the Christian church. We're having this morning prayers ever so often. We're learning these Bible verses ever so often, and it was strong. You know, my father up to this very day, prayer is very important in the home. Up to this very day, we have a group chat, and he will wake us up at 5 a.m. Not like wake us like he's messaging,
But his
a
message
whole
is, yes.
prayer at 5 a.m. in the morning, right? Giving us scripture verse. So it's up to this day very important for us to have that. So I thought to myself, if I'm using music, which is such an influential thing, I should use it to spread positive messages. I should use it to spread, and to me, the best message ever is the message of our Most High. It's the message of our spirituality. It's the message of fight against what's happening in society, the ills that are happening in society. So from then on, I decided within myself, no matter what genre, it's going to be a message that edifies people when they listen to it. So no matter where I was in life, that would be my purpose and that would be my direction in music up to this day. Even in Calypso, you hear me, you hear, you know, my topics of discussions are kind of always positive. That's the thing. No matter what, it's always edifying and positive. So yeah,
Wonderful. So you took us. You before I brought you back a little bit. You took us to you were in you're now in university learning to become or training or going through your university time learning to be a social worker. So tell us a little bit about your time at university because it seems that that was actually a pivotal period in your life. So share a little bit of that with us.
yeah, it really was to the point where I pardon me. I'm recovering from the flu as well, though. Pardon me. So to the point where I pulled back from performing as a solo artist, at that time in 2012, I had already won. I had already won Artist of Tomorrow at age 8. I did Dumb Festa, I think, at some point, and I had released my first gospel album. That was in 2012. So I'm entering university in 2012, and I'm learning about these things, transatlantic slave trade, in a way where Christianity, or I should say the Bible, was used to control the people, subdue the people. Certain scriptures were highlighted so that our people would obey. Our people would obey the oppression that they were put under. And it got me upset learning that, because we're learning about how.
Did you cry? Because I cried.
Girl, I was like, everything I learned in my life was a lie. Why? Is that how they taught us? So my first reaction was anger and surprise, because I'm relearning our history. Now, mind you, we learned history in high school, but in university they really give it to you in depth, right? So I'm learning about this ship called Jesus that came to the Caribbean. First ship, that came not to the Caribbean but to the West. We slaved on it. And the Sunday worship and all that, how it was shaped and formed, the celebrations that we do normally, how it was shaped and formed through slavery. And I stopped saying publicly, and I was angry. I was like, okay, here what? I know that something exists, a higher power exists, but right now, I'm not sure what it is. Like, I'm not sure what's going on here.
And then you learn things like, there were more books of the Bible, and then some of them were omitted. They were left out, and why they were left out, and it just makes you wonder, like whose agenda was this?
Exactly.
It got you to thinking. I mean, some people say university can be a gift and a curse, because you get to explore so many different things about who you are, your identity, how you deal with friendships, mental health. It's essentially you're becoming, and then you're learning all of these things about you as a Black person and what your ancestors went through, and knowing that you don't have to go far or believe or read a specific something to get that information.
Right? And I was like, these things
I think that was the moment for me. Like, why am I reading this one book to know about all of my history?
Before I get into the transition, my transition started at university as well, when Mutabaruka from Jamaica, he came and he did a speech at UWKville. By the way, I studied in Barbados, UWKville. So he came, he did a speech about how we have been trying to look like someone else, like something that is not us, to the point where we worship a God that doesn't even look like us. And we want to straight. Girl, I had premiere that time. I caught that. I was like, yeah, I always wanted straight hair, because I thought that was the idea of beauty. Not like anything is wrong with it, ladies. I'm saying that was my issue. I thought straight hair looked good.
And I like that you say that there's nothing, not that you're saying there's nothing wrong with it, because there's nothing wrong in perming your hair. There really isn't.
Yeah.
There isn't nothing wrong. It shapes your identity when you know more. So when you know more, it lets you think, I can wear my hair perm. I can do whatever. I can do whatever the hell I want with my hair. It's my choice. I bleach it. I do all sorts of things. But guess what? Our ancestors did all of that. They did do all of that. There were different ways they did it. But because of how we've been ugly-sized, I call it.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Because of our natural look. We've been ugly-sized. It's like I felt I had to rebel against everything that made me to believe that I was ugly. And not necessarily me, but my ancestors, that they were made to believe that they were ugly. And even to this day, we have transgenerational trauma and we don't even know that, because of why there is colorism, why there isn't all of those isms that we go through is because of the trauma of our ancestors. They went through these things and it's in our blood. I was explaining to somebody today, just today, Abiyah, and I'm so glad you brought that up, about why Jamaicans have such an issue with homosexuality,
Yeah.
right? And why they hate homosexuals, like hate it. And I was explaining to them that, the slaves who rebelled, those that didn't want to do the work, those that said, you know what, to hell with you, they were sent to Jamaica. That's where they were all sent to. They were sent to Jamaica and they were raped. They were molested,
Yes.
right? And they were raped and molested, not just them being forced to do it on each other so they could watch the
Yes.
white ways again, but they were also done by slave masters, right? So, I mean, why you think? What else you think? This is in their bloodstream. The
Exactly.
anger that comes with this, how men were made small because their wives were forced to watch them being raped.
That's
You know?
real true.
And we don't know that history is like eroded from our books in elementary school. And I mean, yes, it might be a little harsh, it might be a little too much to teach children, but how do we get our kids to understand their real history when most of it is not even included in our curriculum?
Thank you. Right. So these are the things that I woke up to once again, and I decided to go on my own to research. And mind you, I went to university with my husband. At that time, we were dating. So we are two peas in a pod.
Wait, how did you guys meet? Another we were dating?
So let me make it short.
Give us a short version, yes.
Short version. I really did go on my knees and pray for a husband. I really did. And at that time, I was in the church and I'm asking God, I want a husband who loves you more than me so that he knows how to love me. And one day there was some concert happening in 2011. Yes. That I didn't want to go to, but my brother dragged me, He was dating and I think he wanted an excuse to be outside. So he took me with him. And it was raining and I had an umbrella. And okay, my husband's right there listening, I had an umbrella. And then he was there because he knew musicians that I knew at that time. Remember, we're all in the same church. We're at this gospel show. And he's right there. I already met him like briefly once before, but that time he came under my umbrella. It was raining.
Under my umbrella. Ella.
And it was just the two of us under there. And we spent, girl, I don't know what happened on that stage. We spent the rest of the night talking. I like to talk, and I make my match. You understand? talking. Like he's quiet in public, but this we talk real good, and it was deep conversation. That's what attracted me. His mindset, his brain. We were sharing wisdom stuff and deep conversations, and I was so attracted to that. And he told me where he lived. I was like, you have to call me when you get home. And that was it, Jael. That was we never stopped talking till that day.
So they ended up in university at the same time.
Together, yes. I already wanted to go to university, and by the time we met, he was already on his way to going to the university. So we ended up choosing the same university before we even met. Yes. So he got through the year before, and then by the second year 2, I went and I joined him there. And we are there together learning, and he's doing the science and the history of science, which is something gruesome when it comes to the Western development of science on our people. Our people were used as guinea pigs, literally, testing us on things that we were not aware of. So,
and that didn't stop 100. That didn't end 100 years ago. Okay.
Oh no, girl.
That didn't end 100 years ago.
I mean, if you want to get me started, it's still going on, but let's continue. So yeah, so he's learning those things, and we both coming from strong Christian homes, and now discovering these new things that we never knew before. So we decided what were our people doing before the transatlantic slave trade, before the horrific science experiments, before the brainwashing? And we found that our lineage, Jael, is one of royalty, is one of the first blood or the pure blood of the people. And we discovered that our lineage actually comes from the nation of Israel. When I say the nation, those who have ear, let them hear. Those who have ears, let them hear. Yeah. But we came from the nation of Israel. In other words, we came from a whole lineage of kings and queens, which is the reason why we were enslaved in the first place. One of the reasons why we were enslaved. One of the reasons why this thing is so erased and not taught to our children. So our children think they're slaves. They don't think.
And that's not the Israel we know now. That's not the Israel we know now.
That's why I'm saying those who have ears to hear, let them hear. The nation of Israel. The
hands up. All right.
I will say it like that for now, Jael. So, and that began my whole change in the topic of discussions in my music started to change. And my name, I decided to change my name to represent this new thing that I discovered about our people. Yeah.
So you mentioned, obviously being introduced to Hebraic teachings during university. But obviously, you were also reintroduced to music and roots, rock, reggae kind of music. How did these influences shape your direction, the themes that you present in your music?
Yeah, good question. I had already known quite a bit of reggae at that point, seeing my mom loved Marcia Griffith and Bob Marley and Lucky Dube. I remember when Lucky Dube died, she cried. My mom cried. And I raised under my mom's nose like that. Yeah? So everywhere she was in the house, I was there. So I knew reggae music already, even from my brothers. My husband loves reggae music. I thought I loved reggae music. But being around him at university, we got more time together. He would be playing the songs all the time. And yes, Fire on Babylon. Remember, we're learning these things and we're becoming angry. We are rediscovering our true selves as kings and queens. We are rediscovering our spirituality the way it's supposed to be. And we're listening to these artists once again. And I'm now understanding what these artists will call. Everywhere is War by Bob Marley. The Israelites. Marcia Griffith sang a song about the Israelites, and now I understood that. And he introduced me to roots rock reggae that I didn't even know before. So definitely, I was like, I can definitely do that. I can use reggae and bring forth those same messages too. Let's do that. And I was like, babe, let's do it. Doing it.
So he's also a musician, right? Your
Definitely.
husband.
So he plays the guitar on all my songs. He produces my songs as well. He would play the bass now and then. And of course, my husband, knowing his intelligence, he's learning more instruments. He's been getting into the keyboard. He's been learning how to pattern the drum set. So he's becoming a real good producer. And I'm so blessed, Jael. I'm so blessed to have my husband by my side, girl.
Hey, all right. So let's talk about your releases. So you recently released music like I believe African Renaissance, which is a reggae EP. You also have a Cara Slipso EP called Revolution.
Yes.
And which is kind of like a blend of Afro-Caribbean roots and spirituality. Can you kind of elaborate on the inspiration behind these projects and the message that you aim to convey through your music?
They definitely express my first. They are expressing my journey into now rediscovering our new selves, right? Who we really are as a people. So some of these songs we wrote quite some time, for years now. Some of these songs came while I was working on those EPs last year. last
Mhm.
year. Um, so African Renaissance, of course, talks about how I felt when I started to really figure out what does it mean to be an African. Not
Mhm.
like what was taught to me, meaning poor, you're black, you're ugly. No, no, no. Now it means okay, true identity as the children of, let's just say, Yasharala, actually. So Israel is Yasharala in Hebrew. We know it is Hebrew. So it talks about us as being children of Yasharala. It talks about revolutionizing, or how to say it, rethinking about what our excellence is. Are we
Mhm.
picking up those negative things from the media? Is that what excellence is? Is that what our culture is? Does it improve our lives or does it hurt us? So
Mhm.
now it's rethinking of adopting new practices that will improve our lives and not hurt us and not hurt our children and
Mhm.
whatnot. So there you have African Renaissance. It talks about prophecies that are going on right now, um, what they mean, and the fact that there is, we should be aware of what the things that are going on and what they truly, truly mean. Um, as a people of of great spirituality, then we should not be afraid, JL. Like for me, my journey brought me right back to scripture. I don't say the Bible because you rightly said there are more books that were not included in the Bible. So I
Mhm.
do read these additional books that were not included: Book of Joshua, Book of Abraham, Book of Enoch. Right. So my journey brought me right back to the book, the scripture, which really was written for our people and anyone else who would like to come on into our lifestyle and whatnot. So this is African Renaissance. Be aware of who you are. Um, be aware of the things that are going on that we should not be afraid of. Actually, it means that our salvation is very, very, very near. It means that now our people are waking up. We can see, JL, our
Yes.
black people are waking up and we are winning these awards. We are becoming more and more
Elevated. Yeah.
prominent in society. So this is happening. This is the era that we are in. So while there's chaos going on, our actual melanated people are elevating in society.
Mhm.
I sing about that in African Renaissance. And of course, Revolution is the Calypso version of it. I also do Calypso. And that also reflects our identity, what we should be aware of, and so
Ooh. Woo!
on.
What does truth music mean to you? How do you strive to embody this concept, in your artistic endeavors?
Yeah, this came about because when I started back making music under the name Abiyah Yisrael, Abiyah, which means Yahweh is my father, and I think Yisrael, by now it's obvious why I named my last name Yisrael, our people, our identity. So we got that idea of truth music because the gospel world now thought that I don't think she's doing gospel anymore. This doesn't have the regular. Although it is positive, although this music expresses certain ideas of scripture as well, it's not the usual gospel song that we used to hear from her. So I'm
Mhm.
coming back as Abia. The gospel world is saying this, and for lack of a better word, the how is the secular world is saying, oh, she's still singing gospel though. Yeah, she was once Nicole, she's now Abia. It sounds like gospel to me.
It's
And
the same thing.
yeah, the reggae people are like, oh, okay, she's a Rastafarian for sure. Like she's Rasta. I was like, you know what? These labels, let's call it truth music because I'm singing the truth. I feel like I'm singing the truth. So what do you sing, Abia? I sing truth music. Yeah, it's too many, the different groups are calling me whatever. I just said, hey, let's just name it truth music then.
Mm. How do you balance being an artist and being a co-owner of Shire? I think it's called Shire Studios.
Fire Studios, yeah.
Shire Studios, as well as um your life in social work. Like you do still work besides music. How do you balance all of this?
I have a fabulous team in my office who understand or overstand my purpose in life. I think because they just know, like, yeah, she sings a lot. So I use I try to use my vacation days as times where I have a lot of shows to do, a lot of concerts to do. I take that time off using my vacation days. The people that I interact with in my work, because I work at early childhood development unit. We
Mhm.
supervise daycare centers and preschools that are registered.
Okay.
So the people that I meet with, who work with the children, they kind of know me. So when they see me, still they're like, "Ah, I saw you singing calypso. Oh, you're the reggae girl." So it helps with my music. So it's easy for me to be almost the same, no matter what time of the day it is. Some
Mhm.
schools have invited me, and yes, to talk to the children, but can you sing a song for us, please?
But somebody on the live is like, "Can you sing Leve? Can you sing Leve for us?" I'm like, "See, they're already asking. They're already asking.
I would do, even at work under the Ministry of Education, because they know I sing. I would be invited to sing.
Mhm.
As even as an employee under the Ministry of Education. So it's becoming easier now, more than ever before, I guess, as people are now more respecting the music side of me.
Mhm.
It's becoming easier to balance. So I never stop work, JL. After I come home from work, I begin another kind of work. Yeah, we sit in the studio, we're writing songs, we're recording something, I'm having an interview. So when daytime work is done, my nighttime work starts, girl. And I will do it because music is my passion.
I'm going to ask you a hard question.
All right.
Any babies in the future?
Let me tell you. Because I've gotten that question many times this week. I don't know if this is like
This week is like no. This weekend.
we are preparing, JL. My this and this is the truth. We are preparing. No babies yet. No babies yet. But we are preparing. I definitely would love some children. Definitely.
How many?
Girl, I don't know. At first I wanted four because my mother and father together, they have four of us. I was like, two girls, two boys. But as you grow and you experience things, you know that life happens regardless of our plans. So whatever the Most High wants, whatever Yahweh wants, I'm there. Let's do it. So I don't know, girl. I don't know.
Okay, we gotta give the people what they want. Somebody asked for levy, so they give them a little bit of levy. Give them a
Okay.
little bit of levy.
Okay, no problem. Mm, let me see. One, two. Leve is kind of sleep. So you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Châter pour justice, châter pour liberté. Rinme pour la paix, gourmet pour toi nous. Sa esclave qu'on font, kabat système là. Leve, mounwa, leve, Zafa d'Afrique, leve, leve, Zafa Negmawa, children of Bala, descendants of Jaco, leve, leve, Munkalinago, defenders of this island, never forget your pride.
Hey,
Okay.
at least she gave it to all you. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Let me go to the comments. We have so that was Ria Raymond asked for levy. And
Oh,
she gave that to you. So Leanne Charles is on. Good evening to you. Alison Fevrier. Respect to the artist. Her mom was my choir teacher at St. Martin's Primary School as well. Miranda Williams listening. Sandra say, I love that. Big up, brother Christian, prayer warrior.
yes.
Abiyah has a lot of her late mother's attributes. I feel
Yeah.
privileged to have been one of her students in primary school. Sleep in peace, Mrs. Christian. Somebody say, Marguerite say, I love my locks. Somebody say, love the talk, guys. Good night to Miss that's Indura is saying good night, Mrs. Alfred. Big up yourself. Kandia is saying hi. See my former colleague. Hi, Abiyah. Continue being a blessing, my dear. Glenda Shillingford, a lot of folks, good evening, Jael, and guest Abiyah, darling. Melinda Serafin is saying, hey, Abiyah, lovely to see you. Your music is lovely. All the best, always. Lots of folks are commenting. They really, Delia Kazmi is saying good, beautiful voice. Karen is saying hi. Carla is saying you have such a great personality. Folks truly love you. You are a special one. You are a special one. Can you walk us through your approach to songwriting? Like, walk us through your creative process and how you kind of draw your inspiration for lyrics.
Okay, so quite a bit of times my husband already has a rhythm built in, right? Because he just creates, he creates. So it takes me a while to write a song. I get ideas for songs from my experience, from the scripture, of course, from documentaries. I'm always watching some news, something, or some documentary I've been watching. I get ideas from that. Um, so I would get the opportunity to listen to these readings over and over and over again, and based on the mood, then I pull from one of those experiences I'm telling you about, right?
Mhm.
Based on the mood, I'm starting to write a chorus. At first, it's almost always a chorus.
I,
And
I,
then, uh-huh,
well, I really love Herb Tree.
yes, yes,
I
oh
really
my
love.
god.
This is it. This is it right here.
Ooh, yeah. Ever plays production.
I love the visuals. I love I love like everything about it. Like your outfit. I love I love the play on pharmacy. I love like the way the foods are displayed. I mean, it's just really, really a lovely video. It doesn't
Yeah.
sometimes I say don't put on Dominica, but when it was created, it doesn't seem like it's something from Dominica. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we know it's Dominica because Dominica is beautiful, but the quality of it is so rich. It's just something that looks like it's from out of this world. So
Mhm.
I really love what you did with this one. Tell us a little bit about what was going on with this one. I'm gonna mute it while it plays in the back.
This
So.
song was kind of easy to come by because this rhythm is from Hopton Blaze out of Germany. He's originally a Kenyan, so he linked up with us online through social media back then, right? And
Mhm.
he sent us this rhythm, and it was almost like an easy song to come to. And again, the chorus starts just like the herb tree. I mean, making the or writing the song with sort of many meanings. I'm like, people can perhaps interpret herb tree in various ways.
In various ways,
But
yes.
what the scripture says, that we are like trees planted by the rivers of water that bring forth fruits in season. So this song is really has that foundation that we are like trees planted by rivers of water. Dominica has so many trees, so much water, and we bring fruits in season. So that's the idea of the song, and I thought about the video almost immediately as well. It
Hmm.
has to be in greenery. It has to, and we knew pharmacy. This gentleman, we knew this gentleman because we live at Casa Bruce.
Hmm.
So his place was just like so fitting for it. We contacted him and he was like, yes, no problem. We did this video in one day. It was shot by Accident Film. I believe we all
Yes,
know Amani. Accident Film did a fantastic job
it did.
bringing that vision I had to life. And parts of it is from like Pokase all the way to Casa Bruce. We saw these different sites and we used it, and we had to have water towards there you go. We had to have river water that's somewhere in Casa Bruce. So yeah, that
Wow.
that's how the video. And JL, I just did a new music video, by the way, which I'm more excited for you guys to see. So if you love this one, You are going to be obsessed with the new one because we use
Mm,
more beautiful scenes from Dominica. That new one, shot by Glow Show Films. That's
mhm.
Glow.
Zilo.
And his
Yes.
good friend Amani. Amani is based in LA, a Dominican based in LA as well. So they
Yes.
worked with me on my new upcoming video called Wake Up. Oh, when you all see that, oh my gosh, don't worry. I will keep you guys updated.
Yes. Yes. You want to know when it all comes down. We want to know when it all comes down. Um, as you inspire or you aspire to enlighten others through your music, what do you hope that people take away, listeners? What do you hope that people who listen to your music, what do you hope that they take away from your songs, particularly those regarding self-awareness and identity?
That they now realize who is who. That if you know, if we share similar historical backgrounds, I want you to realize who you really are. That you really are a king and queen because of your bloodline. That's the major thing, which is where African Renaissance comes from. Um, and I also want you to realize that there is a spirituality that we once, there's a lifestyle that was very much a part of our spiritual lifestyle. In other words, certain things that we ate, certain things that we celebrated, it was all intertwined. Our spirituality and our lifestyle was all intertwined as one, and that is the reason why we were great nations. That is the reason why we elevated to be kings and queens. If we can get back to that, trust me, like we will accomplish together, we will accomplish even more than what has been accomplished. Even now we're seeing elevation of our own
Woo!
people.
We're gonna have some. Let's have some questions, some rapid fire questions. You know,
Sure.
I don't want you to think. Don't think about it. Just speak out the first thing that you think of when I ask. Okay,
Sure.
your favorite reggae artist.
Ah! Oh my
No,
gosh.
why are you pausing?
There are too many. Oh my
The
gosh.
first
Okay.
one that comes to mind.
Today it's going to be, oh my gosh. Today it will be Bob Marley because he's the most obvious. I have too many favorites.
Your
Wait,
most memorable performance.
oh, that's in Guadeloupe. In Guadeloupe, that was when, babe, 2019? 2019, I was in Guadeloupe. My 2018, my apologies. I was very sick, Jael, which is one of the reasons why it makes it so memorable. I had my first real stomach issue, gastritis, right? And I was vomiting. I didn't think I could do the show. I was apologizing to the promoter. She had to take me to the hospital that night. My sister Natasha and my mom um, traveled to Guadeloupe to see me perform. So all that is going on, and I struggled to get ready, put my makeup on like I normally do, right? I should have had makeup. uh, this is giving organic tonight. Organic.
Organic.
So I put my makeup on, dressed up. I'm still vomiting, still in pain. And as soon as they called my name, JL, all the pain went, everything gone. Girl, I went on stage and I gave it my all to these people who never heard me before in Guadeloupe. And everybody's clapping and everybody's singing what I'm telling them to sing, and these people are receiving me,
Wow.
and I'm not feeling any pain. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. After I left the stage, by the way, I worked with a local band in Guadeloupe. So they had this whole band set up. It was African Queens. So they had a bunch of ladies perform at that show. As soon as I ended, back to the vomiting again, back to the pain, right back. Yes. And I couldn't believe I held on that long. It was just a moment where I felt like everything had gone wrong,
Mhm.
but it came out so great. People came up to me and told me how much they loved it while I'm in pain, and I'm trying to smile, saying thank you so much. People
Wow.
are buying me drinks because they
Wow.
loved it. That is memorable. That makes me feel like I can do whatever I want now. Like I can do what I put my mind to, because I didn't think I would make it, and I did. I did.
Wow. Dream collaboration.
Ooh. Oh, help, help, help. Help. Oh, Jael.
You're thinking too hard, too much, This is
Yeah, I'm
rapid
thinking,
fire.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it will probably have, let me choose a woman. Oh gosh. Okay, it would probably random dream collaboration. Um,
Down on a rapid fire, that is slow fire. You just get rid of
Chronics.
that. Huh?
I get it now. It would have to be Chronics, just because I discovered Chronics at that very important time in my life when I was at university.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm becoming this new thing and picking up this new knowledge.
Mhm.
Chronics I used to listen to constantly, and it was just thriving.
Mhm.
Like, please, Chronics, come back from retirement so we can do a collab together, okay?
Hello, hello. Your favorite place to write music?
At home, girl, at home.
Your
At
biggest
home.
musical inspiration?
Um, whoa. Let me say Whitney Houston because yeah, out of genre. It's because of her technique. Through her
Mm,
technique of belting, and Mariah Carey comes second. So
wow.
it's through her technique of ballads and how she would sing highs and lows, and she's belting and her vibratos. I
Mhm.
would mimic Whitney Houston all the time.
Wow.
So yeah, when I think of technique, she comes to my mind.
Your favorite song you've ever written?
I guess it's Herb Tree. It would have to be. It would have to be Herb Tree. Like for real,
I
for
love
real.
Herb Tree. I really love Herb Tree too.
That song is
Love
a
Herb Tree.
jam.
Yes. Um, one thing you can't live without in the studio.
Headphones.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what are your top three albums on your playlist right now?
Okay. I don't know if you know Ake Becker of One Benjamin. He actually passed away during the pandemic. He's from St. Thomas. He has songs featured with Chronix actually. I discovered him during that time. So I'm still listening to Ake Becker. Y'all don't know him? Get on it. Like go listen to Ake Becker. So his any album of his, I can't remember the name of the last one. Polarities. Oh, my husband is reminding me. Polarities is number one. If you realize my newest songs, especially in African Renaissance, are very contemplative songs. They have that deep thought tone in it. I got that from Ake Becker.
Mm.
Um, Davido, so random. Davido's Timeless album. Girl,
Mm. It's
he
fire.
released it last year. Every single song is fire. Every single song. Like,
My friend dances with him, and let me tell you, they always are like, he's always like, oh my God. Yeah, he's one of his
yes.
dancers.
I mean, we can talk about the viral songs, but listen to the entire album. It's musical. And if you understand African language, he talks about God a lot, though, by the way.
He does. He
If
does.
you he
But
has
his
that
his story
tone.
is very interesting too. So because he's not one of those artists that, a lot of artists came from like the rough, like they came from like hard times, and music was there. That's not his story. He was brought up bougie, and he had to like he was almost like getting to know himself again.
Yep.
So his father was like a dean of a university. He was brought up bougie, you know. So, so yeah,
Yes. And they
yeah.
wanted a different path for him
Yes, they
because they
did.
thought that was the best. And as musicians, we have to understand our parents believe that path is the best for us, but we know what's in our hearts, and we have to not show them but show ourselves that we can do what is in our hearts to do. So
And
yeah,
the last one, you told
the
me
last
two.
one would be what's that gentleman's name? Strange Things. Johnny Osborne. Oh, I should say Third World actually. Third World released an album in 2020. I believe it was Grammy nominated. Um, More Work to be done. If you all have not listened to Third World, more work to be done, like it's going to inspire you. It talks about that.
You're like,
Oh,
get on it, get on it, get on it, get on it. Okay, so you went through, you slowly went through my rapid fire questions. What's next for you? Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience? In terms of
of
what
course.
what's next for you?
So tomorrow, those of you guys in Dominica, come. Tropical. I'll be performing at Tropical Blends. That's upstairs of Privo Cinema from 7 p.m. tomorrow night. You can find me there, and then we are, of course, in the jazz atmosphere
Season.
in Dominica. So next week Friday, I will be performing at tributes to Michael Henderson, and mind you, Jael, I loved, like, I still love her. I used to love her when I was growing up. She was like the Beyonce in Dominica for me. So I'm singing at her tribute, like that's wild. So we'll be at Alias Fossés next week, Friday, for
Friday.
Jazz and Cocktail. We have an array of beautiful, lovely young ladies calling XP, Dajel. I don't want to forget anybody. Shanice, Shalina,
Maxine.
Tasha P, Lily Octave will be there.
Maxine.
Maxine will be there. And Michael Henderson herself will be there. So come and see us at Alias Fossés next week, Friday, 8 p.m. Then on Saturday, I'll be at Bonn for Jazz in Paradise at
Mm.
Paradise Garden. Girl, that's what we are preparing for this week. That's why I didn't have time to beat my face. So
Nicole,
I'll
come here.
be,
Nicole, come here and have me like rushing to beat my face. I wasn't rushing. Huh? Just a little thing. Don't worry about me.
yes, I'll be at Jazz in Paradise at Bonn. For those of you all who can make the trip, I would love for you to come because I'll have my acoustic. It'll be like an acoustic setting with my husband and congas. Ali on the keys, Natty Bill on the bass. And then next week, Sunday, I will be with Michael Henderson. Yeah,
Wow.
I'll be performing, backing up with Michael Henderson and the rest of the ladies. It will be my first time at Jazz in Creole, so I'm very excited for that.
Wow. Wow.
And then of course afterwards I have my wake up video, which is on its way. It's being edited, guys. Like I am really excited because this is the most amazing video I've ever made, the most complicated video I've ever made. There was a lot that went into that video, so I hope that I will release it as soon as we can. You have to keep it locked. You have to stay tuned. You have to follow me so you know. And of course, there's so much more. Like I have an entire album already done. I don't
Mhm.
know when I'll be releasing, but of course, more and more music to come, guys. More
Where
music.
can we check you out? Where can we follow you? Where can we subscribe? And that is something that I say on every single show. Guys, it's very important for y'all not to just go and like, just follow,
Yeah.
subscribe to people's content, subscribe, go. Where can we find your stuff?
So my website, of course, Abiyah7, ABIYAH, the number 7.com, Abiyah7.com. When you go on my website, it gives you access to everywhere else. It gives you access to all my music. It gives you access to all my media, social media platforms. And of course, check me out on YouTube. Spotify, guys. We have Spotify in Dominica now. That's like Spotify gives you high quality for people who love music. You get a higher quality of listening.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's the best quality of music that we can find right now in Dominica on Spotify. Um, X, formerly known as Twitter,
Mhm.
Facebook, of course, and where else? Instagram. You can find me as Abiyah Yisrael. And please feel free to go on Amazon and search for my name. You will see all my songs pull up. These songs are very affordable, guys. 90,
Hey,
like, feel free.
hey.
Yes, feel free to purchase the two EPs, African Renaissance and Revolutio. I released last year July. Feel free. I have so many other singles that you can listen to. I am in Calypso as well. I have some lovely Calypso tunes, guys. So go and feel free to purchase.
Yes. Don't just feel free to purchase, just purchase. Support
Purchase
the
now.
vibe, support the vibe. Even if it's one you purchase, if I say, because there are a lot of people in the diaspora who listen, who view the show, and Dominicans as well. just support. Just support
Yeah,
the vibes, support Abia, support, continue to create content, and not just content, not just good music, but music that is positive, music that is elevating, music that is inspiring, music that lets you think about your identity and who you are as a human being, who you are as a black person, who you are as an African a descendant, all of the different
that's
things.
right.
So I really appreciate you, Abia. Let me just go and see what some folks are saying. Jonia is saying, that's my girl, Cassie Bruce Ice, right? People are balling. The Cassie Bruce Massive is on the live. And Kanye is saying, Godspeed, I'll be seeing you in grand style on Sunday. Um, Abia, it was lovely having you on.
Yes, JL. It's JL. It's always lovely. You always make me feel welcome. I always enjoy talking to you. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, and thanks for coming on and sharing a little bit about you with my viewers, my followers. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So those of you who are looking for something to do, Tropical Blends, upstairs of Privo Cinema, you can check her out. Abia will be there live and in living color. And then next week at Jazz, two events, so Friday and Sunday. So look out for her.
Saturday and Sunday. Saturday at Born.
And Saturday at Born too. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, but it was a pleasure having you on, and I want to wish you all the best with your musical career and your just everything, and even preparing for the little the little humans, the other little humans. You said you're preparing, right? So I have to
Yes.
I'm using your
Yeah.
exact words. Preparing.
Thank you so much,
You're
JL.
welcome. Thank
And
you.
thank you to everyone who logged in. Endurance and Faith. At the beginning, they are my nieces.
Oh
So,
wow.
girl, my family is backing me like through thick and thin, and I love them so much. My husband
Mm,
included, my husband's family backing me. So I really appreciate you guys and everyone who tuned in, Indira and everyone else I know. Thank you so much. And
that is
JL,
really nice. That is yes.
yes, my love, blessings to you and may your cup overflow in Yahweh's name.
Thank you. I receive it. Yes. Mga praise is amoy. Have a great night. Bye bye. Guys, that's it. That's it for tonight. That's it for this week. Woo! Next week we have no shows yet. But that can change. That can change. That can change. I honestly thought I needed a break, but that can change because we're trying to we're hoping to schedule a couple people next week. But you just gotta keep it locked on to the vibe. I would just want to say thank you very much to Bia for stopping by. Big up to her. Big up to all those of you who came on and tuned in. Those of you who shared the live. Those of you who support. Digital Better Network. Big up to you. Thank you very much for your support. Don't forget, if you've not switched, if you've not made that switch, do so today. All right, it's Thursday, guys. Be safe, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going. If you're going out this weekend, be safe. Make sure you check out Abia if you can, if you're going to be in the city. And I just want to say thank you very much to all those of you who come on the show every single time that I'm on. Those of you who come back, because some of you come back after, some of you don't have the time, and that's okay now. And you come back and you check it out. Those of you on YouTube, you can always go back and check out all of my shows, every single one of my shows. They're all on YouTube. All right. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Love you guys. I want to big up Samaj, for really helping support me through this journey called life. As he assists me with so many different things. I'm so grateful to him for everything that he's done in terms of helping me put together these shows. I want to say much love to Samaj, much love to the rest of my team, my sister, Onika, my family. Big up to every single one of you. Thank you very much. Auntie out there in Portsmouth, I want to say much love to her. Love, 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 love you guys. Love, 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 love. Yes. Thank you guys for all of your support. And we'll see soon. Keep it locked. Next week, we'll be back, man. We'll be back soon. We'll be back soon. Much love. Bye bye.
salvation. I own nothing, but I have everything. Yahweh Shai my king, cause Jireh keeps my batch running over. No matter the weather, I shall not suffer. Abba Yahweh, oh. Yahweh keeps my batch running over. Abiyah